the Biden administration is now preparing a massive push to pass an infrastructure plan at home. And it comes at a key moment for the US economy, as Paul and I were discussing, as it moves into a post-pandemic phase. You have inflation fears, which are rampant. That's keeping investors and economists on edge. You heard Paul LaMonica talk about that. Then you have American Airlines. They've cancelled flights, even though demand is hitting new highs. And that's in part because they can't find enough workers. That's a real problem, labor shortages. And then businesses, large and small, are getting hit by supply chain disruptions and interruptions, which are squeezing profit margins. That's because of COVID, still, of course, rampant in other parts of the world. Mark Zandi is a chief economist at Moody's Analytics, and he joins me now. Mark, great to have you on the show. I'm going to pick up, if you don't mind, from our discussion with Paul LaMonica. We are seeing, I know there's a lot of volatility, but we're seeing one of the best days for the Dow in a while. What do you make of all the volatility following on from the Fed's guidance? What are you reading of it?
Well, I think I need to look through all this ups and downs and all arounds. We were down big on Friday, we're up big on Monday. So the net of all that is we're not going anywhere fast. And I think that's the point. I think as long as the prospects are that interest rates are going to rise and then actually do rise, it's hard to see the stock market going very far, very fast. So, there's going to be a lot of up and down all around day by day, but, cutting through it, I don't think we're going to go anywhere fast for a while.
So let's look at the micro. I mean, it's a very difficult needle to thread for the Fed. Quite a mouthful, that. We've got signs of a strong economy. We've got high inflation, fiscal and monetary support. And there are questions as to how the economy will respond once tapering begins, really. Do you think the Fed can tighten without creating some sort of negative effect here?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of, as I think you said, threading the needle. So it's going to be a bit tricky. Of course, we have a little bit of history here. You go back after the financial crisis in 2013, then Chair of Fed Bernanke started talking about ending their quantitative easing at that point. And markets had a hard time with that. Interest rates rose quickly, the stock market declined. So it's not easy to do, but they have that experience. So I think they have a better cookbook today than they had about 10 years ago. So I think they'll pull this off, but it's going to be tricky. It's not easy.
I was hearing Secretary Mnuchin, former Treasury Secretary Mnuchin, say today, Mark, that the markets are underestimating the inflation risk. What is your view?
Yeah, I think that's probably right. I do think we will get a fair amount of inflation here going forward, and the rate of inflation is going to be an issue. In most typical times, I'm not sure that's a big deal for markets, but markets are very highly valued. They've come a long way in a very short period of time. Valuations are very stretched. There's signs of speculation. I mean, meme stocks and Archegos and SPACs, and these are signs of a market that is very frothy. So, if anything doesn't stick to script, and inflation may not stick exactly to script, that'll be a problem for the stock market. So I do think it is vulnerable, to higher rates of inflation or anything else that could go wrong.
Yeah, and at the same time as we have those inflation concerns, we keep hearing the economy is roaring back. But so much of it, of course, is supported by fiscal and monetary support. How real is that roar, really?
The monetary and fiscal support is, massive. It's key to driving the economy's growth, and the economy is very strong. And I think we do need to step back a little bit. I mean, it's good news that the economy is creating lots of jobs, and it feels like we're going to get back to full employment quickly. The side effect of that is the higher rates of inflation and the potential for uncomfortably high inflation down the road. But I take it. I think it's a good thing to get back to full employment as fast as possible, particularly given what we've been through over the past year and a half.
Yeah, you bring up a good point, Mark, and I was wondering if you can explain this, make sense of this economic picture for our viewers around the world. We still have millions of people who are unemployed and millions of jobs without workers. Why are we seeing this disconnect?
Well, it's the economy's reopening very quickly, and all kinds of businesses all at once have put up the proverbial help wanted sign and said, "Hey, I need you to come back to work." And people have lives. I mean, they've got things going on. They got to rearrange things to get back to work. You put kids back in school and childcare. Their parents, if they're elderly, what do I do with to take care of them. And, many people lost their jobs permanently. Their former employer failed during the pandemic, so they got to find a new job. And that doesn't happen in a day, a week, maybe not even a month or two. It takes a little bit of time. So, we'll sort this all out. And I think by fall, September, October, things will settle back in. But, between now and then, it's just going to feel a bit uncomfortable, and inflation is going to be high. But again, at the end of the day, this is a high-class problem to have. We want jobs. We want growth. We want to get back to full employment. That's the number one, objective here.
So by autumn, we should be seeing a slightly brighter picture there. Mark, Zandi, great to have you on the show as always. Important. Thank you very much, sir.